Today we're going to be converting to Best of 1, the absolute best performing deck in all of Best of 3 Standard, which is Golgari Roots. This deck is currently boasting a 62.4% win rate in Best of 3 Standard on Untapped.gg on MTGA Arena, and this exact list here is the list that finished first place at the Super Qualifier event yesterday. Pretty small tournament, all things considered, but it's as good a starting point as any as we try to figure out how can we optimize this for Best of 1. So there's going to be a little bit of theory crafting because in general the Best of 1 meta and Standard meta is still kind of sorting itself out, but I think there is probably some general principles we can apply here. So the first thing is that Best of 1 tends to be faster than Best of 3. The games are shorter, and there is obviously no option to sideboard in specific answers for things. So if we really want to be faster, we assume our opponents are going to be fast, and there's not going to be as much time to mill through our deck and get our very precise answer to their very precise thing. I think one of the changes here we can make to start is actually to put in more Llanowar Elves. If we can just curve out and have more mana and, get Tyvar down early, or like a Dredger's Insight down early, dig for pieces, try to get to our roots as fast as possible, I think that is going to behoove us. So we're going to cut a single Dragon Sniper and a single Haywire Might. These cards are great. It's just that it's really hard to main deck for Best of 1 and need a specific answer. So if we don't know what we're up against, I think I'd rather just be able to curve out into our game plan as quickly as possible. The next change I'm going to make is to the mana base. Again, I don't think these games are going to go on as long, so I think we can cut a Great Erishan City. I just want to be able to curve out and get to my combo as quickly as possible, so we're going to cut this land and put in a single swamp. And then the last, one of the last two major changes I want to make is there's really almost no data on this deck on Untapped.gg currently. There's 0 data in Best of 1. There's data for the Jund version, including red. So from that, we can see that the lowest performing cards here are actually Cash Grab and Osteomancer Adept. So these are two potential cards to put on the chopping block. But again, catering towards this, okay, if we don't know what we're up against, how can we just combo off as fast as possible in Best of 1? Like the combo is getting roots down. So we want to get roots down, we need to dig towards roots. And the cards that can actually dig towards this enchantment are, one of which is the Dredger's Insights, and the other is not going to be the Town Greeter, it's going to be actually Cash Grab, right? Because I can get any permanent. So, it's a little bit tough to say. In terms of cutting cards, we could cut the Adept, we could cut a Cash Grab, we could cut a Town Greeter. I think of all of these that are potentially on the chopping block, I think the one that I most want to cut here, and it's close, is, I think I'm gonna go with the Adept, as weird as that is. Yes, it's a cool one-up to have in the graveyard, but I think the opening hands with the Best of 1 smoothing algorithm are going to give us a lot of 2-land hands, and guaranteeing that third land off the Town Greeter, I think is fine. And Cash Grab is one of our only ways to hit any permanent, including the Insidious Roots, which we're going to want. So as cute as the Osteomancer Adept is, it is one of the lowest performing cards in Best of 1 Standard via the stats that I have access to, and it's very cute to have a 1-of to shove in the Cauldron for its effect, but if you're just trying to combo off, I think that is the card I'm going to cut here, although it is quite close. The other thing I want to do is Tyvar as part of the combo, right? Like, you get Tyvar down plus roots, and then all your roots come in with haste, and then can tap to make mana and do more stuff. So Tyvar is a key part of the combo, and if we're just trying to combo off faster, I think we want to up Tyvar to 4. And then in terms of the Curious Forager or the Coati Scavenger getting cut, I think we're going to cut the Coati Scavenger. Again, if games are faster, the Curious Forager is a bit more impactful, right? Because the Forager allows us to exile twice. When it enters, you forage to exile 3 cards, including potentially a creature to get 1 roots trigger. And then I believe you can get the second trigger because you can return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. So you get a creature back here. I think you can trigger roots twice. So I think of the two, this is a bit faster. All this is, like I said, is theory crafting. You could run it as is, but if you wanted to know my take on what I do for Best of 1, I think this is the direction I would take it. It's pretty subtle stuff. So anyway, we're going to run it in a ranked Mythic Standard. I think we're like top 100 right now. Gate a little bit overnight. Maybe like 80 or something. And yeah, we'll see if we can't get some wins. Currently, the Jund deck is the only deck that has data in Best of 1, and it's like middle of the B tier. And then obviously this Golgari version is very, very top of the A tier Best of 3. We're on the draw. We got 3-lander. We got Elves, which is not bad. Definitely keep this. Mana looks good. I'll look at the camera for you guys. Apartment hunt is ongoing. If I had $1, well, if I got any amount of money for every time I was told that it would be ready, I would have a lot of money. But it seems very likely I received the contract today, and probably less likely that they'll let me move in today. Okay, well, I said I wanted to ramp, and I said I wanted to be fast, so let's be fast. And then we could go Bale Merc plus Maverick and set up for a Tyvar and try to guarantee we get some value out of that. Opponent on maybe like... Oh geez, what is that? Summon Bahamut. Okay, so Reanimator. So I mean, Agatha's Soul Cauldron would be pretty big for us here. We don't really have a great way to get to it, to be honest. There it is down there. Okay. Interesting. Maybe we'll play this guy out as well. Let's see if we can't find a way to get that sucker back. The Ooze. Fantastic. Alright, that counts as Graveyard Hate. So, I guess we can bin that, and then it's probably what we want to get back next turn. We'll have 4 mana next turn? Yeah, we're happy to bin that here, I guess. Cool, alright, so we have some graveyard answers now. Might just die, but it is going to be an issue for them. Terra, it's a big mill. I don't know if Skoos can eat faster than they can reanimate, but it might be able to. Cash grab here. Okay, so here comes Tyvar. Go ahead and minus. Another Roots goes down. Here's the Ooze. We have 1 mana open. If we play the Molt Tender, we still have 1 mana open off the Hasty Molt Tender. This should be fine to do. Okay. Do we want them? I guess we'll hold the Maverick back to block. Yep, okay. Okay, so we're on the board, and we have some Graveyard Hate. But we have no Roots down. Pretty happy to block here with the Maverick. This guy does not have Trample. They also have the Dragon Sweep here, 2 damage to each thing, so that means we'd keep the Ooze, I guess. Each creature and each opponent. We keep Tyvar. They'd lose their Terra, though. Okay, well, there we go. I guess we get summoned Bahamut. Of all the things. If it was a creature card, this guy is a creature, enchantment creature. Okay, cool. We'll exile a land from our own graveyard. Seems fine. Okay. So they lose Terra. We keep the Ooze, and we keep the Tyvar. Another Maverick. We start with a cash grab. We just need to leave open mana for Ooze, in case they can slam Yuna here. Tyvar back, Overlord back. We're only gonna have 1 mana, 1 mana to play with this turn. Can plus Tyvar, minus Tyvar next turn, get something back the turn after that. I guess we'll take the Overlord. I think it's pretty decent here. We can get back to Tyvar after the fact. In theory, we could blow one of these. It's not really a huge incentive to do that, though. Okay. I think we will attack here and play out this. We'll leave open 1 mana. We'll take the Surveil. Untap the Ooze for fun. Man, you know, if we top deck 1 more land, it's not that bad, actually. It's pretty good for what we're trying to do. We could then go Overlord, plus Tyvar. So we hold them 1 mana here in case they go Yuna, try to get something back. They get a big draw discard. They scoop. They don't like being up against the Skoos. Yeah, so next turn I think you minus the Tyvar, play the Bailmark for 2, get back the Tyvar, replay the Tyvar. That doesn't leave us with much mana to exile again. Maybe that's not the right play. Maybe you... Yeah, it depends what you draw. Maybe you minus the Tyvar, get the Overlord down, play something else, and then just hold on. I don't think you want to tap out against Yuna. I think you have to leave at least 1 mana for the Skoos open. Okay, so sideboarding-wise, was that successful? I don't know, we ramped pretty nicely off the Elf. We happened to not need the Haywire Mites or the Death Toucher that match. Haywire Mite, in general, would have been pretty good against the enchantments, though. The thing is, the meta is, it's interesting. It's like, top is 7% rabbits, and then like 7% mono black, and then like 7% mono white life gain, and then like 7%, yeah. We're on the play, we got the Elf. Yep, we're executing on the plan that we set out to do here. Fast land, Elf on 1. Just try to get our own game plan going. Okay, I don't want to Tyvar just yet, really. Because we could whiff on it. So I think I'd rather try to just Bailmerk here. Something we cast for 1 black, right? I think we'll just do it like this. Okay, we can get back a green creature, which I'm happy to do. I think that's fine. Keep ramping up. Is it rabbits? No, well, it could be artifacts. Okay, interesting. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Oh, yeah. So if we Tyvar here, we actually don't get anything back yet. So we're looking for another mill first. If we do this hit land, we would have 3 mana to potentially Tyvar. But we probably want to leave open black if we can. Just in case we don't hit a black land. Okay, we'll take the last fast land here. Now do we have anyone to Tyvar? We get an Ooze back. Sure. I'm happy to do that.
Whoever slays the most Phyrexians wins. We're in this together.
Okay. More ramp versus the Ooze? I think we'll take the Ooze here. We have plenty of ramp at this point. So they can ramp into a 4-drop. They could go like Gear Hulk. This will be another matchup where the do nothing. Oh gosh, what am I not thinking of? What, you only got 5 drops? What are we doing here? Let's try to get 1 more use out of the Tyvar.
Ready for round 2.
Overlord's always a decent top deck, I feel like. We also have plenty of mana to just hard cast it. I think we can leave that guy on top to draw next turn. Land for turn, I think attack all into whatever the hell this is. I don't know if we're going to get clowned by something. I just don't know. Man, they could like split up here or something. We just don't know. I think we're still going to play this out. We could have Ace Sweeper. We just don't know. What, you have nothing to play? Is it a Day of Judgment? Oh my gosh, what is this card? Put Aura Equipment for your graveyard or hand onto the battlefield. Okay, so they have a 4/4. It's got First Strike, Life Flank, and Vigilance. We can Skoos our way through that if we want to. Oh, they get it from hand. Oh my gosh. Well, that's interesting. What the heck is this? A 4-mana enchantment. +4/+4, flying at first strike. Okay, we basically have no removal for this. So what can we possibly do to win? We could pick off the enchantment. Which means we need to mill as aggressively as possible. Sure, we could probably take a Forager here just to increase damage a little bit, but not 100% sure how we're going to get there. I don't think we need this guy down there. Which target? Permanent from graveyard to hand. No, actually we do want that down there, because we can get that with the Overlord. Alright, so I don't think we're taking anyone then, right? There's no other creature. We can get the elf back. Yeah, I think we're doing nothing here. Okay, I think we need to mill as aggressively as possible into the Might. So that means this is a 2-mana mill here. The one of in the deck. Okay, didn't get there. If we get the Forager back, we can get back Roots.
Share in my glory.
Sure. Okay. Alright, we'll see if they just win here. Maybe they can pump this guy to 20 in one turn. I mean, if we play Roots and we get Tyvar and we have Skoos, that is a lot of plants to make. It doesn't answer the 8-8, but we'll have kind of infinite mana next turn. I don't know. The Flyer's tough. We don't have a good answer to the Flyer. Yeah, I mean, we got nothing for that. Take the draw, I guess. We're not dead yet, though. So Roots, Tyvar minus, and then Skoos as many times as we want. We actually get enough life. That might be enough to win. Okay. Sure. That might be the way out of this. We can buy one more turn by gaining a ton of life off the Skoos. Okay. So it's Roots. It's Tyvar. And then we minus, and we gotta get this going.
I won't let you fall.
Okay. Get a lane back. I guess we just want to mill as aggressively as possible, right? This is fine. We just want as many creatures down there as we can. This can make 1 mana. This is fine. Surveil 2, I think, is fine. We just want as many creatures as possible down there. And so how many do we have? 20 cards left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which means Skoos is big enough to attack here. I think we can do this all at instant speed. I guess we can do this too. +1 counter. No, we'll get the life if we do it the other way, right? There's no extra incentive. Okay. Can attack with both, and whichever one they block, we pump. I think this works. I'm not really an expert. Like, I haven't played this deck much. I think this is how we're going to do it. First Strike, Vigilance, Lifelink. They're doing the math here. I think we can make it an 11-11 if I did it right. They have to count it up. Yeah, I think we make it big enough to get there. The key is, can we get enough life to survive one more turn? Alright, so then we start going crazy. So you take a creature. We make a Roots, which can make 1 mana of any color. We take a creature. I mean, I think we're doing all of them. I don't think we're holding back. I think we're just doing all these guys. And what's important here is we're getting lots of life. Hopefully survive one more turn after this. I don't know if we build up one big enough or distribute a little bit. I guess it doesn't really matter because we're going to win next turn, right? If we all do this right, if they don't have a sweeper. So in case you don't know what's going on, because I didn't really explain it, every time we remove a creature, we create a root, and the root can make 1 mana, and it has haste because of Tyvar. This is why we're able to do this right now. Sure. Get the life off of this. 10-10. Maybe we can level up the other one. I don't know. I don't think it matters that much, but maybe we can do this. Is that it for creatures? That's it for creatures. Okay. So now there's no point. Unless they think they can get this back. There's no more creatures left, right? Sure. Okay, so they dropped to 21, but importantly, we're at 19. And we have infinite, basically, damage here. So the question is, can they kill us from 19 or sweep? And they draw 2. Cards left. We're not going to deck ourselves. They're counting it up. It's a lot of damage. If they have a sweep, or now's the time to do it. We burned our whole graveyard to do this, so like if they can give double strike, I think that's what would get us here. Six mana. Can you find lethal? Or sweep? I feel like the answer is no, right? Shelter can take 1 thing, so it's not a sweeper. Now they have 10 damage. I guess we'll have to do the math if we actually win through vigilance or not, or if the lifelink is too much. Okay. I mean, we have no choice, basically. We have to attack all. Because we're out of gas otherwise. We can repeat the Scoo's trick with the mill off the Belmark. Unless I take the next Scoo's. Like, that would pump up all of our existing plants to increase damage. But currently, if they block, you know, the 9-10, for example, they go up to 40. So we have, like, what is this? 14, 16... 18. What did they fight? The biggest one they could? Okay, never mind. Now they're up to 41. Oh, yeah, what is this? Another lifelink blocker. Alright, so that's what they have. They have 1 mana open here, and they're not moving to our turn. I don't think we actually have to do the math, though, because, oh my gosh. Is there anyone to untap? No, right? Nobody has a tap-pull ability besides the elf. We might need the mana, though. And we're going to lose unless we can... I think it's stack all here, basically. Plus we can untap 1 blocker anyway. Okay, maths for blockers. It doesn't feel like this is 40 damage. There's the Haywire Might, actually. So that is a post-combat solution. Okay. I didn't do the math. I feel like that wasn't 40, but I could be wrong. They get 10 more lifelink. But then post-combat, we play the Might and... take the Angelic Destiny and shut off Fly is the next thing we do, I think. And then we probably could have left some blockers back, but we can play the Might. No, I guess we... Yeah, we only have, what? 1 chump block? Very interesting. Okay, 2 wins in the book so far, I guess. Coca-Cola. That's a nice name. It's like Nickel Bolas, kind of. I think that's intention. On the play... Sure, it's fine. Mana's fine. Not gonna complain too much about that. Fast land. Just we set up a surveil here. We don't know what we want yet, right? Pretty happy to play Roots next turn. We don't know if we need the Stormbrood. I think we're just going to take the Roots and just start putting creatures down there. It's, is it cycling? So that's interesting. Okay. I think we're happy to hold back and take the jump block here. Hopefully they don't shock down Tyvar. But Roots on 2 on the play is pretty good for us. Another Mako, that's it for turn, I guess. No trades. So do we even Tyvar here? We'll have 2 blockers. They have like a hasty thing that could attack down Tyvar. I think you want to keep Tyvar around if you can. I think we actually push for more creature density first. Could hit a fast land, I guess. Bailmark is pretty good, right? We just want as many cards as possible to interact with the graveyard, I think. Here's 8 plants. So if we play Tyvar, we minus... I think we had nothing down there, right? Did I mess that up? No, I think we had nothing down there. So we'd have to get lucky to hit something. Now we guarantee... I could be wrong about that. Now we guarantee the Sniper. Oh, alright. Well, that's a card. Okay, let's see who can win faster. I think we Tyvar now. Versus playing the next Roots. Yeah, I think it's time.
I have arrived. We're in this together.
Okay, hitting next land is actually pretty decent. Plus the mill's good. Okay, we have 2 mana available. This will make the next one. Okay, we could play the Bailmark as well, which could make one more, I guess. Malt Tender's pretty good. We'll have 1 mana to cast one more thing, right? Okay, then we can cast this one. And then we could exile a card to make 1 more mana. Then we'd have 2 mana to play 1 more thing here, right? At 1 mana of any color. Any color's fine, yeah. Green or black is fine. So we want to exile 1 more creature. Which could be, I think, anything. We'll take another elf, maybe. I don't know. And we should have 2 mana available, right? So we also play another Roots. Okay, we did our best. Can you kill us from 25? We have 3 blockers. If we ooze... Alright, that's kind of a slow turn, right? It's not like there's a big pump spell on the BV. They now have 1 extra mana left over. Soul Cauldron doesn't actually help them as much as you think, because they take creatures out of our graveyard, and then we get the plants anyway. Yeah, but now all their Makos have abilities. Okay, okay, alright, that's a way to do it. Okay, fair enough. We have no mana for the Haywire Might. I guess if we had thought ahead about that, we could have left open 1 to kill a potential Cauldron. So the question is, can they get more creatures also with counters? Because each of these now can make 1... You know, they have 3... Is power level that what it is? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. That's a lot of mana. Okay, let's see it. Let's see it. Combo versus combo. If I had thought about that, I would have kept 1 mana open for the Might. And they'll have a lot of mana. These guys do not have trample, though. In fact, nobody here has trample. But they can basically dig their whole deck. They tap VV, so that's 1 fewer potential attacker. I don't know if there's like a... Yeah, they're gonna give trample to this somehow? If they have an Inti could give one of them trample. I don't know what else they would have. I forget if Wild Ride gives trample or not. I want to say no. I want to say just haste. I'm not actually sure though. MTG Wild Ride. It's probably don't want to Google that without MTG. Just haste, +3/+0 and haste. So they can threaten Tyvar. They can't kill Tyvar yet. I think we would take all 3 chump blocks currently. Okay, they tap another attacker. That's pretty good for us. We're down to 20? I guess another question is, can they just kill us off the VV triggers? But it seems unlikely to me. 10-10. Another Mako. Even more mana. Okay. I mean, we've already seen 3 Winter Night Stories, so they could also eventually run out of card draw. Also have a lot of blockers for Roots. Okay, well, lesson learned. If you come up against Izzet in best of 1 standard, or even best of 3, they can totally combo off with Cauldron. So you actually need to keep it with mana. Just wasn't on my mind. Pathetic Memory, draw discard. Down to 18 here. Plus 18. Again, there's no trample yet. They moved to combat finally. No, they moved to combat to get the trigger. Now they have 21 mana. Now they have 24. Now they have 30, 41. Another Cauldron. Did they just keep the new one? So they lost the abilities. That seems like a mistake, right? Can they put another VV down there? Thrill Seeker, Flank for Lethal. Okay. Cool. I haven't actually seen that done. So this is a lesson for you. This is the unedited videos, right? Someone might cut their losses. This is fine. It's a good lesson for you. Cool. Cool. Dude did the thing. Combo versus combo. So, that was exciting. Yeah, just needed to leave open mana for the Might. Now you know. Alright, what comments you guys got? What's going on? These games are pretty fast. I feel like, or like, I'm pretty engaged in them, so I haven't been reading many comments. Opponents on the play. Our hand looks totally fine here. We'll keep this. You come in on green, that's fine with me. A little bit of ramp action on 1. Lore Bender says, can you make a video on specifically how to tune decks from best of 1 to best of 3? Maybe a guide with examples of a few viewers' home brews. That would be sick, and I volunteer as Orzhov Super Friends for it. So they're dinos. Okay. Well, that's what we got. And then we'll mill a card. That'll be that. I think the reverse is better because we have lots of good data for excellent best of 3 decks because of tournament results. And so converting them from best of 3 to best of 1, I think, is the more like helpful of the two. Because if you want a good best of 3 deck, you should just look up good best of 3 decks. I think there's more space for a niche in this thing I'm doing where I convert best of 3 to best of 1. All right, that's a good part of like the combo. There's a Cauldron down there. Do we need mana? I think we just take 1 more mill to try to guarantee we hit something, right? Off the Tyvar. We don't. But that's okay. I don't think we have anything else better to do, so let's just hope we hit something here. And we'll see if opponent just combos off next turn. Well, we got one thing. Make 1 more mana. which I guess could make another thing, which can make more mana. We're just going to hold this open now for the reanimated turn. That's big. So now if they go for Zombify, we can scoos away their target, which is huge. Let's see what mode they pick. I think we still have time. They go right to 3. Please give me space to target, right? Right? Oh, maybe we missed it. No, we got it here. My bad. Okay. Cool. Yeah, you can go. Control. I didn't see the control button. Alright, that might scoop after that. That's pretty hard to come back from, I would say. Okay, maybe we just tap this for mana start or something. Plus here. Just want to leave open 1 mana this turn for the ooze stuff. Creature comes back. This is fine. Kind of just want to make as much mana as possible, I guess. Not that many creatures down here, actually. Okay, it's our last creature. Two mana open is okay with me. It drops to 13. Alright, we have 2 mana. Actually, we have 2, 3, 4, 5 mana open to do lots of ooze shenanigans. Okay, yeah, it's a pretty hard counter to their deck. It's definitely taking me some time to think through. I haven't really played it before. And there's a decent amount to keep a track. Do you mill? Do you make mana? What do you do? Like, there's a lot to think about for each step, I think. Who goes in the cauldron, stuff like that. I feel like cauldron decks are always pretty interesting to play. Z Jaffo says, I like doing the best of 1 and then the best of 3 like this. Fun deck. Wish I had the wild cards to get it. The Joda deck, I think. How's the apartment hunt going? Yeah, I think I already mentioned that at the beginning of the video. Well, the play looks decent enough. We'll keep this. Green on 1. Ramp on 1. No complaints there. Opponent also ramping on 1. We already have land for this turn, so we don't need to town greeter just yet. I think I'd rather get a Bailmerk plus like something else here. So let's start with this. I guess we could also cash grab and try to dig for just get everyone down there. Maybe cash grab would have been even better here, because that's one of the ways we can just dig towards roots, and we could have played that maybe first or like sooner. Alright, looks like it doesn't matter, but I think if I could go back, I would do it the other way. Take the Tender, should be about equivalent to the Elf at this point in the game already. Just with the extra optionality to mill. Opponent is on Chocobos, okay. More ramp though, that's kind of it. So they're mono green, kind of combo-y aggro type thing. I think the next thing we're doing is cash grabbing and looking for roots if we can. Because we don't have the next land yet. Would town greeter first. How good is Tyvar here? Just gets back an elf with haste. Then we have 1 more mana after that. I think we look for land and then try to cash grab too. There's the roots. Too bad. Goodbye. We can cash grab for roots, or we can Bailmerk to get a creature to get back roots. I think we'll just cash grab here, which means we can wait till instep. Great action. We got the pieces, right? We got Tyvar in hand, so we're just looking for the roots, I think. It's a little bit harder to get back to the grader, though. Firstly built, okay, here they come. So they've been a little bit slow on land this game. Let's see if they hit their third land. I'm not sure yet. They want to play this out before land anyway. Alright, so that's it. Land comes in. Nobody's got trample yet. Not sure what the hesitation is here. Oh, they're picking where to put the bill. Ruka Dima says that Alicia combo is nasty. I think so too. Super fun, especially with the Day of Judgment combo after. I think that's really cool. Sour Patch Kun says Joda's rotating out in a few weeks. Do you think a Legends deck will still be viable without him? The Alicia lock was very cool by itself. Felt like we won. It's really nice to have that card on top. But maybe you could transition just to the Alicia lock and not worry as much about Joda. Oh no, have I lost internet connection? Oh, that fucking sucks. Let me try to switch internet to something else, I guess. Oh yeah, it's me. I'm the problem. I'm the problem. It's me. Is that a Katy Perry song? I switched internet, different hotel room. Ah, fuck. I wonder if I can hotspot. I wonder if my hotspot can support all this crap. Okay, Bluetooth, personal hotspot. Allow others to join. Come on, baby. Okay, we do my personal phone. Is that enough to... Alright, we have data, I think. And now what? We exit, I think, and reload? Jesus. I'll try. Then the screen capture is going to get it all effed up as well. Come on, baby. Exit, exit, come on. Not good. Not good. This is the first time we've lost internet in the hotel. Okay, reload MTGA Arena. I'm not good. I'm not sure how much data you need to run Magic the Gathering off my hotspot. Is that gonna be an issue? I also think the screen recording is probably effed up right now, right? Yeah, I think it doesn't know what to do. So I need to now re-minimize the screen because for some reason my recording software can't find it on my Mac without that. And then reselect it. PG Arena. Okay. Alright, I think we're about as good as we can get. Sorry, dude. My bad. Oh, we never cash grabbed. That's unfortunate. Geez, are we still trying to do that? I guess so. That's too bad. Well, there's the roots. Okay. I mean, that's what we wanted, right? We've got the Tyvar already. Get it down, try to survive one more turn. And then go Tyvar and try to go crazy from that. Sorry, guys. Hotel situation is a bit iffy. I've lost internet before, but never while filming, so just adapt to move on. Again, nobody's got trample yet. Dude spent 5 mana on that. We're pretty happy to jump block here. At least the Maverick. I think the Town Grader is fine to go too. Yeah, we throw everyone in here. Cool. Yeah, we jump block both, I think, for sure. Okay. If no one has trample, I think we can still potentially win this. So we go Tyvar minus. And then we try to pop off as much as we can. It would have been nice to have that mana, I guess. Tyvar minus. Do Molt Tenders. I mean, that's the bit, right? That's all we can do. We're already going to tap whatever this is to make mana, right? No, we're going to tap something else. Yeah, we want as much mana as we can. Alright, so let's be an elf. Now we can make 2 mana per turn. This can also make mana. Green is fine. Take the sniper here. Sure. Play another tender. Take the Town Greeter this time. We don't have that many creatures left, if any, right? Nope, we got 2 more. Okay, we keep going. Okay, this can get back something. They're pretty similar, right? I guess, yeah, these are identical, essentially. I don't know if we want anything off this. We do need to survive one more turn here, though. We have 2 mana open. If we cast Skoos, we have 1 more mana left to keep going at 1 mana per thing, right? It's an infinite kind of scaling thing. I think we take that one. Then we Skoos. And now we can do that as many times as we want. So that's it for turn here. Okay, see if we can survive one more turn. I don't know how many creatures we have. They have none. We have at least 2. Right, we got so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need to untap with 1 more turn here. They have 1 mana left for a fight spell. So I said 6, right? So we can get up to an 8/8, I think. They'd have to math that out. So we could block with the 4/5 before doing the Skoos thing. Otherwise, we need to tap it for mana. So ideally, they attack. We declare both blocks, and then we Skoos. Okay, there's 1 attack there. I think we can eat both. Pass to blocks. You're bigger? I believe this should be fine. Okay, so then we Skoos it up. Take a creature. Alright, we do this whole bit. Disruptive Stormbrood's fine. We're taking all of them here. Trying to swing for lethal next turn if we can. They may also scoop here as well. Maybe they haven't seen this whole Saga dance before. I think we have enough creatures. I think we do. I guess we're taking all of them. Tender. At least a Maverick left. Maverick? That might be it. I'm not aware if there's anyone left. I think that's it, so there's no point in taking anything from our own graveyard. Take one from our opponents just for fun, I guess. Okay. 27 to 20. We basically have lethal here. Lethal adjacent. We'll play the Balemark and Mill. We can Molt Tender, Mill 1 more, plus the Tyvar. What does that do? Sack a land, you 2 basic lands. Okay. I don't know if that's going to save you. Okay. Good game. Yeah, feels about right. Melee card. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll just Balemark here. Sure. Yeah, that's enough. Whew. Okay. Well, we're at the 48-minute mark. I think that's enough for today. I mean, it's just kind of slow. I don't mind playing it. I'm probably, maybe playing slower than others who've been playing it more. It's interesting for sure. Let's talk about my changes that I made and if I'm happy with them or not. I think the short answer is yes. Like, we saw a lot of combo decks. It did seem fast, right? There was the VV combo deck. There was the Dinosaur Graveyard Reanimator combo deck. I don't remember which other ones we saw, but overall, my premise with converting it to best of one was like, best of one is fast. So let's just try to be as fast as possible and execute our combo. And so in order to execute your combo, the things you need to do are A, collect mana. So we increased the Llanowar Elves, which I liked. We also kept the Town Greeter, which one of the cards I was considering cutting, but like the other way to get mana is just by hitting your lands on time. And then the next part of the combo is like, how quickly can you dig till Tyvar and Insidious Roots? So we kept Balemark because it digs towards Tyvar, and then in order to get Insidious Roots, you either have to dig via Dredger's Insight or Cash Grab. So those 2 kept in. And then Skoos is a really nice part of the combo as well, because as you saw, you can get these pseudo-infinite loops where you can just do your whole graveyard in 1 turn. Creates a plant makes mana, use the Skoos to use the plant mana to exile a card, make it the plant, and do that. So that can get you some really big board states. So those are the cards we kept, and then cards we cut. We cut a single white Might and a single Dragon Sniper. Like, there were games where the Might would have been good, But every game we had turn 1 elf. I think we were pretty happy with that. And also cut a tap land, because again, we're just trying to be fast and deliver our game plan in best of 1 as quickly as possible versus all the other combo decks. So I think we did it about right. It was a little bit more art than science, but I think it was good. So if you enjoyed today's video, you can like and subscribe and leave a comment. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.